is Okiem. It's about O-K-I-E-M, which I know it's quite unusual, but I'm a musician, a pianist, and a composer. I did classical since I was 9 years old, classical lessons, and then you learn about music production, and then I started touring with people, and you learn about performing, but really the base of it is all from playing the piano. I know from a very young age I could hear a song and start to play it on the piano, even if it was really basic. Because we had a piano in the house and I'd hear maybe someone a cartoon or something and then go on to start playing or what I could hear, trying to translate it on the piano. And my parents saw this, and so anytime we had guests over, they were like, oh, get on the piano, come and entertain the guests. So I became the entertainer, growing up. And so then they got me proper lessons from age 9. So I graduated and I wanted to be a professional basketball player. So I was playing a lot of basketball, that's what everyone knew me for, but secretly I was doing classical piano as well. And as you graduate and you're thinking where to go and what to do next, I saw an audition online. And all it said was an opportunity to play for the Russian Robbie Williams. And that's when Robbie Williams was the biggest artist in the nation. So I went along, no experience really, but listened to the songs, did the audition, got the call back, and in September I was living in Moscow, playing for the Russian Robbie Williams. Without forcing it, I'd become a professional musician, a touring musician, playing arenas and huge festivals and just learning as I went along. And so that's kind of how that path began. I loved it. Absolutely loved it. It taught me things you can't learn any other way apart from being on stage. So, you can practice and practice, but there's something you have to figure out within yourself when you're faced with 5,000, 10,000 people. It's you and the piano and a singer. How do you, when your fingers get sweaty, you feel your breathing change and it's coming up to it. And we had a 12-minute section of just piano and voice. It's almost just how do you deal with nerves? How do you prepare for a concert? How do you support the artist? You just have to learn that as you go along. So all of that experience I then brought back to England. And so essentially I was already ahead of a lot of other aspiring musicians because I had such an intense experience for a couple of years. Coming back to England, I'd gone from 1 week playing in an arena in St. Petersburg, huge show, and then a couple of weeks later I was playing in a pub in East London. I literally just spent loads of money on the best keyboard equipment, and I felt, I want to carry on at a professional level, but I had to come back and start again. So it was playing with unsigned artists. I played for 6 or 7 people after literally 2 weeks ago playing for an arena, production, lights, dancers, fans. But if you love music, you'll go through the process. So it didn't actually feel painful. I actually enjoyed it because the singers I was working with, I believed in, and I loved their music. So we carried on. You just accept the process and keep working. The belief in myself, it comes from accepting and understanding that I need to stop comparing myself. If you keep comparing yourself, there's always going to be someone who's bigger, taller, faster, stronger. And if you keep comparing, you're always going to feel negative. Whereas if you really believe, I've got something to offer, no matter what that is, regardless of anyone else, this is what I do, and it's a good thing. And that just keeps me going. That's it. I'm like, I know this is what I have to give. Things do knock my confidence occasionally because I'm human and this is what happens and your mind speaks. And I need to remind myself that all I can do is what I can do. I did massively find self-promotion really uncomfortable. That actually changed my personality, I could feel it. Because when it came around to being an artist again or being a solo and putting myself forward, I found it really uncomfortable. Very uncomfortable because suddenly I couldn't say I'm playing for a #1 artist in the O2 Arena, which is immediately accepted and quite cool, to I'm me, unknown, doing instrumental piano music, not making beats or something cool for the radio. This is just a project, a passion project, and you put yourself forward like that. So it is you're in a really vulnerable place, and you don't want to take yourself too seriously, but you want people to know that it's important to you. So it's this constant balance, So that was tricky, the self-promotion part, but again, it's something, it just has to be done. And for me, I just say, I don't take it too seriously. I think if you ponder every post, you'll go crazy. I believe soon the next thing will be social media anxiety, because you can just obsess and should I, shouldn't I? But you just got to put it out there. You have to, I feel confident because I've put so much into the music. So if I remember, it's all about the music. I have to put my face and name to it to get it out there, but what's important to me is the music. So that kind of then makes me feel, okay, just share it, put it out there, and it's more comfortable. The Haven, it really helped me initially just by the fact that I had support and encouragement. I think for a new artist doing a new project, sometimes you just need to hear from someone who's not in your immediate circle that, wow, I love that, that's really good. That goes such a long way, because you don't know until someone says that to you. So that initial, the email I got from Peterson just saying, this is great, this is fantastic, I love it, let's meet, I was like, wow, that's cool. There's someone else who's really into this. That firstly is obviously encouragement for any artist. If you believe in it genuinely, then encourage it. And then it's opportunity. And that is all we need. If you've put in all this work to make this music, you've put in all the work to get your live show to a great place, so all you need is someone to say, please come and perform. So any opportunities is a big deal. If there's any help available when going through one of those very alone times, it's really important, because well, it depends. Everyone's journey is individual and different, but I know for me personally, it helped to be very solitary for making the album. But there's times where it would have been great to actually just have someone to bounce ideas off, or someone to talk to, or sometimes you just need a bit of positivity and a bit of a boost. And to have that from something and someone external is really helpful. Just even knowing that it's available, I think is going to be useful for people. Since going solo and taking all that experience from who I've worked with and toured with, now I've worked with people like Leona Lewis, Tiny Temper, Idris Elba, Duke Dumont, so a wide range of singers to producers, electronic music to big ballads. I've taken all that experience and put it into my own show. And obviously it's instrumental piano music that we've now coined into the genre of cinematic classical, to make it digestible for people. That's what I'm putting my energy into, getting it out there, getting it in front of people. And yeah, I feel that's like the reward after sitting in that room, making the music for so long, you get the chance to share it, and it's getting such a great reaction.